Thanks for inviting me. So I started thinking about it, when you're asking how many years do you have in experience? So as you said, I started my journey after I did in my army. I was an officer, and I joined the Israel Airport Authority in the security division. And my last role from 2008 was in the technological knowledge of the security division. I was responsible on the operational side of uh, the inspection technologies and also on the perimeter technology. So this is one aspect from on the cybersecurity wall, the physical one. And from there, I was until 2017 working in Ben Gurion Airport, responsible on security there, also consulting on different projects. And I started working with the cybersecurity teams within the Israeli Airport Authority, various consultants, and started looking on, my next role and where do I aim now? And my next role was as a project manager in a cybersecurity consulting company. I think after I've finished working at the Israeli Airport Authority and made my next leap as a consulting company, I then understood what is the cybersecurity role. And it's, uh, bigger than just physical security and access control. I saw the various roles within and um, decided to drill down more and more to that role and eventually aiming for a CISO role. So the whole phases that I took from project manager to a consultant, then CISO service, and then GRC role, and through there a CISO full time in the company. I think that was the roadmap that I planned for myself.
Nice. Amazing. And so when you're looking at your day now, what's the most interesting part of your day to day?
I think when I, finish my day and just do some sort of a conclusion with myself, how did the day go? What did I do today? What did I find today? Did I finish all my goals? Was it a hectic day? Did everything was a mess up and I haven't completed anything? Or maybe, a breakthrough in some project and we can advance that. Because the time, I would say the day-to-day tasks can change rapidly. We're dealing with, you know, regular project that we're planning. We're dealing mostly involved in sales efforts. This is a part of the CISO role. So if you have urgent tasks you need to complete, except for, security related alerts, you need to monitor systems so that they can change rapidly. So, and when I sit it myself, take that 5 minutes break and just see what I did or what can I plan and change it. I think that's the most interesting part and see what we can improve.
Mm. Nice. And yeah, it really sounds like you're touching everything the organization is doing. So it's really interesting, I think, role to be in, and you get to see a little bit of everything. So, and you studied criminology previously, and do you feel this somehow helps in your day to day work? Does it give you like a certain perspective or insight into the job you're doing?
Not much.
Not much.
I think it also comes with a different background and
Mhm.
knowledge and experience. And I think the best thing is, this is just to collaborate and then I can bring from my insights and learn from other people. My background is
Mhm.
more on the physical security and controls and processes. I know other systems that come from development background. So I don't think it's the study itself, is just the experience. Because if you saw a lot of various companies when I was a system service, so I was CISO in a small startup with 30 people and also CISO for 300 employees from Israel and Asia. I think that's that thing that, shaped a lot of things and helped me, succeed in whatever I do.
Amazing. And so if I follow up on that, so really what you're saying is what's more important is the experience. And maybe you could share how you're seeing the security field in general, because security is a very elusive concept. It's very easy to think you're secured when you're completely like in a mortal danger, and it's very easy to think you're in danger when you're actually secured. So how do you perceive the field of security?
So, Phil, I'll give you an example. For every onboarding that we do take place within the company, I'm talking to each team fleet. We have a onboarding session. And one, I think, the expectations from this meeting is one, talk about cybersecurity. Cybersecurity is not just, it's my role, my responsibility, and everything is, that happens is I'm accountable for. But cybersecurity is a world of work together. It means each employee within the company does cybersecurity. Even if they don't, do cybersecurity, when they see that on the background, they do cybersecurity. If you follow procedures, if you do what needed, if you raise, red flag, if something happens, follow uh, best practices for development, you do cybersecurity. So a CISO will be, guide the ship to where
Mhm.
raising it, and everybody's working together. And
Yeah.
on these onboarding sessions, one thing is, as I said, I'm talking about cybersecurity, but I'm also talking about expectation. What do we expect from employees within the company? Because people come from different backgrounds. At that company, they allowed a lot of things to do. Another person come from a company that didn't allow anything. No problem. You can work. CISO is a neighbor. So
Nice.
as I see it, cybersecurity is adapting to the challenges we have, adapting to the various threats, changing the company. CISO will work according to where the company needs to and adopt his controls accordingly. When we talked about doing cybersecurity, sometimes I see a great company and they said, okay, I had a problem with an email. And then I ask myself, what would errors do? Or someone left his computer open and said, no, you don't want errors to, close it immediately. And they start calling, each other. And this way I
Yeah.
know, you succeeded because everybody's doing cybersecurity.
Yeah. So it's more, you're seeing security more as a mindset in the
Yeah.
organization. Like everyone need, if you're able to install a security mindset, then in everyone, then that's already a win for you.
As I see, concept big part, but the power of the security is being seen as security because people don't even
Mhm.
see that. Yes, they know the login to the system, but they don't know what happens in the background. How many controls to implement or what we needed to implement it. And just know that I can log in only from my computer and using secure passwords, and they understand the meaning of it. And once they have a different set of mind, doing cybersecurity, I think this is the big part of success of the company. But that's just my
Yeah. Yeah. So you make security a mindset, and you make security easy for them.
yeah.
That's
You
kind
you
of
need to make.
the,
I totally understand what people come. Okay, why do you need so many? Why do I need to log in every day or every few days? Well, they need to change password. Once you explain the meaning of it, they would just do that. They will accept it. The
yeah.
same as the question, when you have a bank account or medical services, why do you change your password? Why do you use a MFA code? Because they understand the need of safeguarding your information.
Mhm.
And companies that adopt it really understand the need. Um, as I see cybersecurity, no, this is one of the conversation on the onboarding part. Cybersecurity is first internally for the company, means we're a more secure company. Also for our clients. When you're working some services, trust is the main thing. We need to trust us. How do you trust us? We're compliant. We do a lot of I would say actions. I don't want to say no controls from the bad meaning of it, but we're
Mhm.
doing things securely. Cybersecurity is something important. And I saw that in various companies, some of the more, some of the less, but still they understand the meaning of it.
Yeah. So also for the company, it's also for the trust of the customers in the company. So
There
sounds like a
is,
double benefit like investing in security creates this double benefit. And amazing. So yeah, so if we go into a bit of more like career stories or stories from your past experiences. So how do you feel like the bad cop sometimes? Do you feel like you kind of like enforce stuff on people sometimes, or how do you perceive that?
I think at the basis of it, the CISO is people acting as, here's the cop coming. Depends on past experience that they have, right? I mean, very nice CISO. I know CISOs are not that depends on the event, location, type of company, by the way. Companies that need to be super secure, and we see that breaches of companies holding very sensitive information, they have to be more, I would say, strict. That's the difference. Yeah, I feel like the best part, but I'm nice.
Yeah, and you like the image of the bad cop sometimes.
Um,
It's a good cop, bad cop, and you play them both.
I think once they understand where I'm coming from or what is cybersecurity and why do we need it, as I said before, they start thinking as it, you know, you know, don't leave your bag here, what Erez would say about it. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's a big conclusion.
Yeah. So you started as the bad cop, and then gradually you're growing up to be the security leader and the guide. Tell me about your biggest challenge right now as a CISO.
So if you look at accessiBe, it's a fast growing company. It's an amazing company. And my team supports over 200 employees globally. Our offices is in Israel and yours. My team is in me. I have IT manager, IT admin. This is the team. I would say the challenges is bring the proper systems. I would say prefer to have less systems, less places to look at, get more insight. It will be easier for us to work with. And this is the main challenge. I would say systems, automation. You need to work a lot on them, but once you set an automation or the proper system in place, it will be a whole lot easier. So we don't need a big team to do that. Just need to create the proper systems.
Yeah. So you're trying to build your kind of very commando information security unit in
Yeah.
accessiBe, and then just equip them with the right tools to do their job.
You, know, you, you don't want to bring a lot of systems because the team is small. Bringing a lot of systems, as I see it, is a mistake, right? You need to bring the proper system to handle the proper, I would say the risky areas and according to that, your risk. And too many systems, you will have white elephants. You won't look at them. You won't challenge them and see that they're working fine. And from your side, you need to replace the system. You will replace it because you need the best one that will do the best job for the company.
And so, how do you balance, for example, going with something that is all in one, like we give you everything, versus something that is very point on, a solution that solves certain problem but solves it very well? How do you balance when you make a decision like this?
So I can give an example from a POC I did recently.
Hmm.
I was comparing the systems and I would check it. One of the things they check, how easy to use the system. Because some
Okay.
systems you need, a full team with in doing courses for a few months just to understand how, to set a basic rule. And I'm
Hmm.
looking for simplicity. I need the system to work. I need to make, fast changes or adapt according to various risks. And if I can work with the system, it could be amazing, but if I'm going to drive with it, I won't go anywhere.
Yeah.
So these are the things that we're looking at. And yes, there is a long discussion between best of breed or all in one. I think there are a few solutions that are very good if we're talking when you're working with small startups is they have a precise solution for a precise problem, and no one has it in, I would say, even a good level. So I will use, yeah. And sometimes you have just all-in-one solution that we can see from the changes in the technology and where the market goes, that they combine more and more solutions inside.
Yeah.
It's good. Why? Because it's less eyes on less screens, on less menus to look at, and you have everything, in a single platform. Think about it. I'm not the only one that's working with the system. So you have the development team, the sense, and working on the system. The IT team is working with the system. You want it to be easier for them to first understand what the problem is and how to solve it.
Nice. The more you can consolidate really, maybe even into your existing system, like if you can plug something into what you're already using, then that's an advantage for you.
Yeah. And don't be afraid to plan ahead. If you need to replace a system, you'll replace it. Because as I said, I need the best system to do the best job for me and the company. So if the system doesn't work well, it doesn't, produces the expectation, we'll fix it.
You don't get emotionally attached. Nice.
One comment that I
So
can say,
yeah,
we always had it around food. What my part can say stuff from there. One thing that I can say is I don't see vendors, I see partners. So one thing is I'm not just finding the system, partnering with someone. And we consider in some of the system that how well do they want them to work with the system? How is it important to them to improve the system? And I
yeah,
think that makes a big difference.
yeah. It's always I think, and maybe my perspective on this is there's a lot of technical jargon and technical complexities in cybersecurity, but eventually it's still people, and you're still dealing with people on the other side. And I think no matter the technology and no matter the field, it's always like how easy and how good the relationship is between the people you are working with and yourself. So I think this is something that carries over to almost every field. You want to work with people that care about what you are doing, and you want to feel that you're in a partnership. So, what is one blind spot you think other CISOs don't pay enough attention to, and they should definitely start looking at tomorrow morning?
I would say take a step back and ask yourself from time to time, what was the area that I haven't touched for a long time or never touched it? I see people, as we talked before, it's done their background, whether you came from more on the development side or more on the processes side. And sometimes you see, systems avoid some of the parts I'm dealing with. So take a step back, see what you haven't done for a long time, or haven't touched, or any other plans that you put, the backup, and you want to work and change your plans if you need to. This is, I think, things that would make a difference in our work plan or everything you need. Just to allow yourself. You do that changes.
Amazing. So it's more about looking at where you are kind of neglecting because you don't feel comfortable there, and just go head on onto this and say, okay, I'm gonna look at the thing I don't want to look for. I didn't want to look at for a long time, and now it's the time I'll dive into that and take care of
Exactly.
that.
It could be systems, it could be processes, it could be, specific things. And sometimes, you discover surprises, but things that you haven't thought could be all very critical to the company, or things that hey, we need to correct that. And all these things to improve. I know all this is no, your task list is full all the whole time, but sometimes you can these things.
Amazing. And so tell me about the most unexpected obstacle people don't know about when they get into cybersecurity.
Some security is, as we said, is a big place. Depends where you're getting it. I would say one of the things that I saw that people, sometimes stick to what they know. For example, you go
Hmm.
to a certain company, hey, I worked with that firewall or previous company, that's the best I can. And you invest fully with that, to replace this something learn new things. You need to learn every day something new. And could be a surprise that you'll find, discover that it's maybe better or something. So, okay, we have a problem, but you will do that. And this will go to your task list. And you understand that you're making a change or dealing with something that you understand it's problematic. And that's because you feel a little bit comfortable with it. Um, I would say to understand that cybersecurity is a gateway and not just, specific part.
Yeah. And I think it's also in a sense a moving target because 2 years ago, you were not concerned with generative AI security. And now you probably have to think about what happens if someone types in ChatGPT, like a full list of our customers to do something in like a spreadsheet or do some calculations. So it feels, I guess, that you always have to keep adapting and learning, right?
Exactly. I was in one of the companies that they decided on next stage will be to work with, I would say, European market. And then overnight something changes, then move to Australia market. And let things change from there. And you need, okay, let's learn the regulation there. And then you need, okay, I need different cloud environment. So suddenly you're dealing with other things you thought you would deal with now or wasn't on your work map. Now you need to change and you need to be aligned with the business. Always be aligned with the business.
Yeah. And
Because if you won't work together, cybersecurity, will be pushed aside.
amazing. Yeah. Sometimes you have to learn the New Zealand cloud regulations, but it is what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
And nice. So if we're talking about your role in accessiBe and you've been in bigger organizations before, how is being a hands-on CISO different from being from working in a big team?
Uh, I would say, challenges are different. Is this, handle this, you need to be knowledgeable in a lot of aspects of the role, as we said, from the technological side, environment, cloud, programming a little bit, and to regulation, control, standards, we need to know everything. I think that's the big difference from a big team and priorities. Priorities can change and it will affect directly on you. It's not that, you have a task to the team, you can set priorities. You're the team. So I would
Yeah.
say you need to be very precise at what you do. You need to plan ahead, you need planning for unexpected things that will happen and decide what's more important. So I think the priorities is something that's super critical when working on a small team.
And I guess you need to be more like a T-shaped CISO. So you need to know a little bit in everything, and then maybe have like a certain domain you're an expert on, right? But you have to know everything
What's
that's
the
going on. You have,
and this that leads me as I shared about vendors when you're working with what I'm looking for is a good system, but also someone to support. That someone I can address to when you have issues and tough things because you want the best thing. I will not let anything fail. Right. So
yeah,
when the system to work the best, if I'm lack of knowledge or this, we will, add whoever we need or consult whatever we need. Just need to work the best.
yeah. You need your systems to be like a multiplier for you and not drag you down.
Yeah.
And so, what do you tell people who think the only role of security is to warn them about phishing emails? Like, how do you make the case for security as a mindset, security as a positive driver in the organization?
Um, I would tell them they can come and look in alerts from overnight. Um,
Everything that happened last night, this is
Yeah,
what
you
people
can.
try to do to us.
I think one of the things that I said on the onboarding part, I explained that cybersecurity, everybody does it. I'm responsible eventually and everything that happens, but everybody does cybersecurity. And phishing, for example, when we're doing phishing trace, the goal is not to fail it. Phishing is easy. We want to teach people, we want to stand. So if someone fails, we teach them what was the problem. You have red flags, we prepare them. We want to first not to send a general, send it precise for the team and make sure they're ready. And you see the success rate. And you see when
Nice.
people come, hey, I saw that. That was good drill, almost perfect, but we paid attention. And then you can check if what you said in the onboarding part and the ongoing awareness training of employees, if they, act accordingly. Usually what we do is first we explain people how their actions can affect the whole company. So it's not just, I got a phishing email and you succeed in the drill that you did this. They need to understand that every employee eventually affects the company. Okay. Low level, senior level, everybody eventually do cybersecurity. Everybody does it. It could be, as I said, phishing email. It could be sending information and correct people. As we said, you don't want to be, the office. You want to explain what they do. So the next time they will do something, they understand the meaning of it. How do I share information next time? What information can I share? Can I give access to someone? Is it okay to use a short password song or store that locally? People understand that. And once you explain them, they will do cybersecurity.
Nice. So you really focused on teaching them and letting them know how they should be working around security versus just telling them, oh, this is wrong, oh, this is right, and so you kind of like teach, but you lead by example in a sense.
Yes. So we have our controls implemented in the background that let's see them. As I said, seamless security as much as we can. I don't need to see that on the red flag or something that pops on the screen or you're being locked for a few days. But they understand the meaning of it. If they will do mistakes, we can correct them. Right? We're there in the
Yeah.
background to correct the mistake. But my goal is eventually don't do the mistake.
Yeah. Nice. Awesome. And as we kind of like get into the last questions, and I want to speak a bit more about your personal journey and motivation. So you've seen this field for almost like 15 years or so. What do you think it's going to look like in the next few years?
Interesting. We're always, searching. Let's just start talking about AI. No one thought that AI a few years ago will be that integrated part in every system that you use. So I would say, first, a lot of automation. AI started on side and produces results for various departments. Means to be for sales and marketing and R&D. We see that all of the, I would say, different products that help them, improve and be faster. Sometimes they will do things automatically. So I see that.
Yeah.
I see a lot of automation, a lot of AI consolidated together. It will still remain person that takes some of the decisions because you cannot put everything on autopilot. You need to make a
Yeah.
decision because every decision you make affects the company. So companies led by people that think, that plan ahead. But if you get to the cybersecurity world, a lot of more automation.
You feel like more companies would have like someone that is a hands-on CISO and then use automation and platforms to automate a lot of the work they're currently doing with the employee, right?
I would also, I also see a consolidation of system. We're asking if you're going to use a best of breed or all in one. I would see more all in one.
Mhm.
because it will take um cloud security, right? So you have
Yeah.
product that does the perimeter security, another product that does vulnerability, start combining them together, and data security. Everything will be, incorporated in one place.
Mhm. Nice. And so on the flip side of that, what keeps you up at night as a CISO?
So about everything. Uh,
You don't sleep too well.
no, yeah, there. I would say first, as I said, going over the day, what we did, what we did, and if I had more time, we need to do more things. That's one. Second, you see that since October 7th, I think a lot of things changed, and you see the the threat landscape on Israel, on various companies, beside of the daily basis that you get, another notification on companies that got ransomware, and companies that breach over there, and always trying to be on the watch and react
Yeah.
or plan ahead. So your mind is the whole time thinking, okay, what can I improve here? What can I change? What can I do better? And these are the things keep you up in it.
Amazing. Yeah. It's always changing. It's always on
Always,
the go.
always, yeah.
And yeah, as we wrap up, what's your most unusual piece of advice you would give someone starting a career in cybersecurity?
Be calm. I would say, be calm. If you look, said as you look, a CISO role or someone from cybersecurity always sound intimidating. So you need to understand who you're talking to and how do you talk and who do you talk with. You need to explain. Some people are not technical. They say, we're the problem. They don't really understand. You need to explain what you're saying because what you see, what you understand, what you plan ahead, not a lot of people understand. You need to explain yourself, see who you're talking to the business. It's something that will affect the business needs to be fully understood by, various levels. So be calm, be clear, um, understand what you're going to say or what you're aiming at and what's the reason for it. Study, just study every day, so something new.
Amazing. So basically, you're acting as a bridge between the business and security technology, and you're essentially bridging this gap that the business users have about their security, about their technology, and yeah, so that's a lot of work. So I totally get what you're saying. Awesome. Anything else you wanted to add, maybe?
No, no. Anything, and a lot of things that you're doing the whole day, and as we said, you don't stop every day and start thinking, okay, what I did till now, and where I'm aiming at, or what's gonna be. But yeah, it was a great call.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, it's great to reflect sometimes to see where you're going. So thank you very much for the time, and I hope to see you again soon.
Thanks for inviting me. Sure.
Thank you. Bye.